Hello everybody, welcome back to Ace of Arc. In today's video I'm going to be showing you 5 steps in SketchUp how to make it a lot easier, especially if you're a beginner or if you just want to make your work a bit faster. These are 5 steps that are going to help you be a bit more proficient in SketchUp, sorry. So to begin, we're going to start with keyboard shortcuts. These are 4 shortcuts that are going to help you just be a little bit quicker on your SketchUp. And they might feel a little weird at the start, but once you get used to them, you will be able to fly through them. So let's get started here. So on our keyboard, we're going to select R. R is going to make us have our rectangle tool. So you can either place it to whatever size you want or type the dimensions, which will show up in your bottom right. So let's just say 10 feet, comma 10 feet. This is going to give us our rectangle at 10 feet by 10 feet. Moving on to our next tool, it's going to be our M tool, which is going to be move. So we can select M on our keyboard, click our face. This is going to allow us to move our object around. Now this is super handy and a tool you'll use a lot, so keep that in mind. Next, we can use our P tool. This is going to select our push and pull, probably one of the most used tools in SketchUp. This is going to allow us to move the face up and down or side to side. Super helpful. And lastly, if we select O, this is going to allow us to orbit, so we can go around and see all sides of our model. The more you use them, the more natural they'll feel, and you'll save yourself a ton of time. For step 2, we're going to talk about groups and components. So moving back to step 1 here, if we select M and wanted to move this whole box, it's going to not let us. It's going to use the face and act more as a push or pull. So what we can do is go above it, select our cursor, and we're just going to select the whole object. We can right click it, and we're going to go make a group. What this does is it connects all the faces and lines of this object, and now lets us move it as one. So what we can do now is we can move that whole box without selecting it. This is super handy, and I highly recommend doing this to windows, doors, walls. And our next, what we can do for components, this is another super handy thing for walls, doors, whatever it may be. So let's just draw a quick box here, and we'll do that. And what we can do here is if we select this hole, say this is a window, we'll make it a component. Okay, create. You can add your description or what it is there and save it. What we can do quickly, I'm going to move it onto here, and let's say this is our window. So since this is a component now, anything we change on this, so say we wanted to make it a slight change. We wanted to put this line here for some reason. If this same component is on the back of our house, this is going to make it automatically change. Now, this is super helpful for any doors or windows. If you need to slightly modify them, it's going to change every component in your model, which is going to save you a ton of time. Next, what we're going to talk about is guides and axes. So SketchUp gives you 3 axes. Green being front to back, red being left to right, and blue being up and down. Now, I'd highly recommend using these axes unless you're doing a really tricky roof or whatever it may be. I would always stick to using these axes. An important tool as well is if say we can't get on our axis, but we want to use green, we can hold down Shift and it will lock onto green. So this is helpful if you're building a wall and can't find the green or it keeps changing on you. If you hold down Shift, it will lock you on there. Next, what we can do is let's draw on the top of here, say this is our wall, and we want to make a wall 2 feet over. The lazy way to do it would be to go type 2 feet and then draw it, which then you have to start deleting lines. The better way to do it is we're going to select our tape measure tool, and we're going to type 2 feet, and this is going to give us a grid line so we know exactly where our wall is. Say we want our wall to be 8 inches thick, we can type 8, and there's our wall. We can also do this the other way. So if we want to go from here, say we want it to be 5-foot wall, do that and there. So this gives you grid lines so you know exactly where it's going. The helpful thing with this is our pen tool will actually lock right to it. So it makes it super fast to make sure your dimensions are right and you're getting everything you need in the right spot, which can sometimes be tricky in SketchUp. Next, I'm going to show you how to import from the SketchUp warehouse. So if we go up to our top toolbar, 3D warehouse, we can type anything here. So for models, if you want materials, catalogs, collections, all that. So what we can do is say we want a couch. We can search couch, and it's going to give us a ton of different options here. So let's just say we want, I don't know, let's do this couch here. We can directly import it into our model. And here we go. We have ourselves a couch. Some of the couches or objects or whatever it may be will give you this menu here, and you can actually change it, which is really cool and something new in in SketchUp. So we can change it. You can make it a chair. You can make the depth much larger. It's a very helpful tool. This will save you a ton of time. As you probably know, drawing furniture in SketchUp is a bit of a pain. So if you can use as much as you can from the 3D warehouse, I highly recommend it. Don't waste your time modeling everything from scratch. Lastly, for step 5 is keep everything clean. So, for example, this chair, obviously right now it's all one. If you wanted to modify it more than the menu allows you, you could simply select the whole chair and you could explode it. This is going to give you it so you can select certain lines, or you can change whatever it may be in this. So that's one way to do it. Keeping it clean is your SketchUp only allows a certain amount of, say, data in it before it starts slowing down. So the best way to keep everything clean is don't hide lines. If you need lines hidden, so be it, but do your best to keep everything clean and unnecessary stuff out of it. So for example, say I draw a roof peak here. Let's draw that there, and we have our face here. So if I delete this bottom, or I'll delete this line here, but if I delete this bottom line on here, it's going to erase my face. So I don't want that. So I can go Control-Z. So if I don't want this to show in my model, which is fine, I don't want it, I'll just go like this, and you can hide it. That way, the face will still stay there, but the big bold line will be gone. Now, that's fine in that instance, but for the most part, you can just delete lines. And the best way to do that, and most efficient way, is just to select your cursor and delete everything. Just erase it. If you don't need it, I would recommend erasing it just to leave the most storage possible, especially if you're importing a bunch of furniture or whatever it may be. It adds a lot of data into your model and can slow it down. So that's my 5 steps how to make SketchUp a lot easier. I hope this was really helpful. Please like this video and subscribe for more SketchUp tutorials daily, and I'll be posting some of my custom work I do on my shorts and full videos. Thank you very much.